Okay, so we have created our infinite list using the random words plugin or the package, right? But now in this entire thing, as you can understand, the text widget in itself is quite important. We need to understand what all things we can do with this text widget, and hence in this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about this text style, a little bit of styling information about it, and then I will also look at text span, which is part of a text rich widget, which allows us to kind of spread the row into multiple things. Okay, and this is all in the document. If you go to this section where the API documentation is given, I was going through the text class to understand what all possibilities are there, and based on that, I had decided to cover some important points on that text widget. So let's get started. So first of all, let's just say we have this list tile, right? So list tile has title, which is fine. We have here the string, but then inside style, let's just add a little more styling information to it. Okay, not like this. I apologize for my JavaScript habits. Okay, but what we are going to do is we are going to add text styles. Okay, where is text style, right? And inside this we have different kinds of options. For example, we obviously have font size. Let's just say this is going to be 18.0. Then we have font weight. Okay, font weight again is dependent on a widget, something like font weight and then bold. And then so you can see one interesting thing which you can try on is click on those stuff and you will see what all things are available. For example, we used font size, font weight, font style. What does it say? Example, italics, right? So we can do font style as italics, font style italics. No, font style again. I think if you have font weight, then we should have font style italics. Yes. So with these things, as you can see, we are able to change the styling. We can even have some color properties. For example, color equals colors. So there's a class for colors. And then we have a lot of options there in terms of colors. Okay, and I'm assuming that this is all the material color thing. So I like teal. Maybe we can do that, right? This is the material teal color, which is very famous. Obviously it doesn't look very good, but yeah, I'm not the designer's sort, so just looking at the options, right? And one more thing is, let's just say for the sake of alignment, right, we have text direction is fine. I think text alignment, we can use text align, right? And we can do, it's already left, we can do right, and you can see it stays there. We can do center and we have quite a few things. So you basically need to click on the widget. So we are using text, right? So click on text. So we have this style, we have text alignment, text direction, locale, soft wrap, overflow, all those kind of stuff, right? This will help you understand what all things we can do with this particular widget, and that is very important, right, to get different kinds of functionalities from our application. But yes, this is obviously limited to a single word, right? This is where we have a little bit of a limitation, or I will say this is one way of doing things, but there is also one more interesting way to present content. So we saw this, right, the text, but then there is something called as text rich, and text rich allows us to divide the text into different spans. And that is important because if you see, we have hello, normal text, then we have italics, and then we have bold. Now, obviously, that is something which will be a little difficult with our current scheme of things, right? So why don't we comment this out, and let's start with the text rich. So we will need to return text dot rich. This is the one which we are looking at. Now, text rich, what does it take? Let's see. It takes obviously text. I'm sure. Um, no, inline span. This text span. Okay, so the text rich takes a text span. Okay, that's an interesting one. So which means I'll have to do something like in here I will be passing text span. Okay. So with that done, now inside text span, let's see what all things do we have. Yes, this is a little different from my experience with React, but it almost feels as if we are creating those hierarchical DOM elements when React is getting transpiled into Babel and those kind of DOM trees are getting created. That's how the code feels, but that's fine. I mean, that's how the syntax is. That's where the language comes into picture. So let's just say we have word. Text is word. Okay. It's still squawking. No. Okay. Let's see. Will this render? No, it doesn't. Obviously, there is something breaking. I feel so. Let's see. Okay, so we have a ugly looking thing over here where the word is coming one after the other. That's not very interesting. But then inside text rich we have our text span. Okay, text span can then have multiple children's, right? Multiple children's. How do we do that? If you see, right here we have children. So one span can have multiple. So let's just say what we will do is in here we will define children, and we are saying that it has a list of text span. Okay. And we will define it over here. How do we do that? Text span. Okay, in here I'll have the text property, which is, let's just say we are still getting the word, right? So word pair dot toString. Okay, we do this. This one is the first, and maybe do one more. Hit save, and we get two words. Okay, they are repeating, obviously that's a different kind of a problem, but at least we are getting two words. Now that means if I want, okay, if I want to style a text span, right, I can do something like, will it take? Yes, a text style, and it will be what? Colors dot red. Is there a red? Yes. What happened? Why is it complaining? Oh, okay, that's not a complaint, it just identifies the color as red. Wow, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, I'm just getting rid of it. Okay, I'm sorry. And I can also do certain things like, you must have obviously understood that I can have, okay, this is blue because I need to do a constant over here. Okay, this has styling, this is blue. Okay, why don't we add a space to this just to get that gap over here, and even we have a space inside the word. Okay, and then we want to make it bold, this particular the last piece of the text. So I'll do style, okay, constant text style, and do text, no, it was what, font style, right? Font weight, font, how do we do font weight dot bold, right? So we have this, and as you can see, this is obviously allowing us to break down one row into different chunks because we have three spans now. And also, now if you see overall, the font size is a little, low. I will say it is small, and we can obviously do something like increase the text size for this text span, and then this, and then this, right? Or what we can do is, let's just say, first of all, let's see if text rich has some styles. It does, right? So why don't we try to do a trick over here, which is just do style constant text style, right? Text style, and then we can do font size as maybe 18 font size. Yes. Can we do 20? How far does it go? I don't know. It goes 24. All right. So that's nice. And what else? What else can we do? I think that's about it, right? I mean, what basically we can see is we were able to spread this single row into different spans, and hence we are able to get different kinds of styling. So obviously, if you want to have a rendering where one particular sentence is going as is, right, then you have this kind of an thing where we do list tile, and list tile has this kind of a return. This is one way. But if you want to spread one sentence, and if you want more control over it, something like that, right, you can use the text rich, which can then accommodate text spans, and then we can get a little more finer control over it. The only thing is it's a span, right? Ideally, this shouldn't have any alignment properties. I don't think there will be. We have text style, mouse cursor on enter. We should be looking at these things, but yes, I don't see any layout related stuff. So that means I can't just say, the last span should be sticking to the right, because then I think we will have to look at floats and stuff. How do you do floats, or the rows and columns in Flutter? But yeah, that's about it, guys. That's how we can play with the text, right? The list tile and the text part of it, and then also text.rich and using text spans. So if you like this video, do click on the thumbs up icon, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.